that they're changing my voice. So I don't always go to San Jose. It had been a while since I was there last. But on the 1st, I believe it was May 1st, okay, today's the 3rd. Okay, on the 1st, I was there in San Jose. I decided to go there and get some food and to make some videos at a park there in the greater Santa Teresa area, off of Santa Teresa. And I specifically brought up where I was, right? And it turns out the day after that, there was a shooting at a hotel where two police officers were shot and the suspect was shot. And he was taken to the hospital. Okay, that is very rare in the Santa Teresa area. Shootings in general are not a common occurrence in that part of town. Okay, if you go, on to Monterey and Seven Trees and Center and that kind of area, okay, capital Monterey. But when we look at, that's called South Side San Jose, kind of Santa Teresa, just south of that really is the Santa Teresa area. Okay. And that is an area that I more commonly go to than to the more crime-ridden part. And so there was a shooting at the extended stay. Now keep in mind, some years back, an officer was killed, and he was killed by somebody who was said to be a member of the Seven Trees Crip gang, and that's from that area. It's called South Side San Jose, right? And some people might call these things different things, right? But that's basically what it's referred to as. Okay. So, I grew up hanging out a bit in the Santa Teresa and Burnell area. I used to be at that park all the time on Cottle. I'd have a little beer or something, be very sad and brokenhearted. And I was looking for love on the internet, looking for love to no avail. And so we see that at that hotel there, okay, that there was some kind of domestic dispute. And unfortunately, there was a shooting. And so this connects to that. And if we work the word play, you'll see that there's wordplay there. This gets a little bit tricky. But I assure you, the idea of the Ebo landing is connected to the idea of extended stay. Okay. It's also connected to the idea of rape by deception, right? Because who stays with who in a hotel, right? Hotel. I was talking about this the other day, maybe yesterday or the day before. I said the word, I think it was yesterday. I said home, me, right? House, ho-use. So what are the odds that I was talking about that yesterday, okay, the same day there's a shooting at the hotel, which is a word I forgot to throw in there. And that was in the area that I was in the day before that. Okay, so the shooting was yesterday, and the day before that, I was in that area. And, the most pronounced time a police officer was ever shot in San Jose history that I'm aware of, and was shot and killed, it was by somebody from the Seven Trees Crip gang is what they said. And I've heard people dispute that argument, but I'm guessing they're right about that, and the person who was disputing it was wrong. He said it was actually from a different gang that was called 408 Mob or something to that effect. But maybe that person's wrong. I don't know. Okay. One way or another, after that had occurred, I was at a gathering with a bunch of black people on the east side, and the police came through, and they said, hey, they called it a blackout. They said it was some kind of secret code for when they crack down on the black community in general or on people in general when there's a police officer who's been shot. Okay? I'm sure that a lot of people don't want me to say that, but, it's part of the story to help you understand what's going on and to also help maybe law enforcement connect the dots so they see that, the people who are pulling their strings and using supercomputers and technology and fumes and stuff, that they're very bad people. They don't care about them and their families. I'm sure they get that to some degree, but sometimes you need to know a little bit more, Okay. So obviously, people need to unite for what's right. To help you understand that I'm a good person, I'll go ahead and cite Bob Marley real quickly here, where he says, they don't want us to unite. All they want us to do is keep on fussing and fighting. He also says, this could be the first trumpet, might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer, many more will have to die. He also says, give us the teaching of His Majesty. We don't want no devil philosophy, right? Devil regardless of race, right? He's talking about evil, people that cheat me. And all this stuff is connected to this in various ways. But some things are connected more than others. Some things are directly connected. Okay. It was also this morning, but this was after the shooting had occurred, before I seen this on YouTube. I was talking about how, the gun and armor and stuff like this, they were things that created a change in society. People stopped looking to nature so much when the Roman army and empire kind of expanded. Okay, and this is connected to that too. They do things in a way that it causes me to talk about certain topics. For example, when they did this shooting, okay, it caused me to stop what I'm doing and say, let me make this video right now. And they fume me. They do things in a way, that I would compare to, construction workers redirecting traffic, except for they think that they're doing something. Okay, I'm the only one really doing something, right? Something, some total, right? Sum of God, the hand of God. Okay, moral repetition. And I'm not talking about physical looks. I'm talking about divine appeal, divine accomplishments, moral obedience to God, and the repetition, storing riches in heaven. So did this shooting have to happen? No. I am 100% convinced that this shooting was either caused by this person being told to do so directly, which I find very doubtful, or they put fumes in the air and caused this person to be upset and somehow use technology to cause this shooting. There's no other way to look at it. We see the pattern line up too much. Now, some people are New Age, occult, gypsy, magic card people might say, oh, it's synchronicity and it's this. Bullshit. Okay? It's government technology. The government stays ahead, like 20 years ahead in technology. And look at the Havana syndrome stuff that they're talking about. They have technologies that can hack your brain remotely and cause you to do things. If you work in IT, I'm sure that you agree with me. Okay? You'd have to be crazy not to agree with me. Based on the technologies that you've come across, based on how they're used and why, and the corporations, and how they overlaps with the military-industrial complex and the government, that they have technology to hack people's brains, to put thoughts in their head. This. Okay, also, really quickly, the person whose picture's on the screen has similar glasses to the glasses that I'm wearing and that I wear all the time, or the one I used to wear all the time, rather, because I forgot I switched out the glasses. These are brown frame. I used to wear the black frame ones all the time, and they're very specific glasses, okay? I have a very specific condition as a result of being fumed and poisoned for many years, okay? And that's not the only symptoms that I have, right? I have trouble breathing sometimes. I have a lot of symptoms that are consistent with fuming. For example, when someone smokes marijuana, for example, they have certain symptoms. They basically, they vape, they smoke weed, and it's a smoke form. Maybe they smoke hash or keef or wax. Okay, so there's different ways that it comes into their system, and it causes different effects, right? Their eyes to be glossy, maybe red. Okay, maybe it causes them to have temporary memory loss, short-term memory loss, more than otherwise, what have you. So when we see with these fumes, I have those symptoms, okay? I'm usually occupied thinking about something else when it occurs. Like right now, they're fuming me. And I wasn't thinking, hey, maybe I'm being fumed. I'm talking, and I start noticing it from the beginning of the video, and so that it's consistent with that, And that this process is what got those police officers shot. So if you really support the police, right, then you're going to want to expose government gang stalking, even if law enforcement is involved, right? And there's tons of basically every group you can think of is involved, right? So this is something that's bad for us as a nation, that people should speak on, that people should address. Also, the guy's name is Bob Reda El, and I've been talking about El, the Canaanite deity, El like in mentally ill. And Bob was a worker that we had problems with that was working on my parents' property. Also, my father used to work at Regional Hospital. Okay, and regional I brought up as a play on words for region lay. And one of my most pronounced arguments that I make, usually off record, is that they should divide the country into regions. Okay, a multicultural region, a region where people give me my rightful place, white supremacist region, region for different racial groups, okay, in a way that is very conducive to a better economy, a better social environment, social climate. Okay, better politics, better governance. Okay, because it's like they want control, and they need to go to a region where they have that fanatic control and over people who deserve to be treated that way, and leave the rest of the country alone. Okay, and they've bred a lot of people, and they should just live in that region with those people and leave other people alone. You know, these sick occult games they're playing are wrong and evil. So for those of you who are watching, I mean, you know, weigh in the comments. I always ask people, you know, if you have a counter argument, present it. You go ahead and put your opinion in the comments. If you think that this video isn't logical, or that it's crazy, or that these dots don't connect in a solid way, that a detective or an FBI agent, okay, or some kind of critical thinker or analyst wouldn't agree on, okay, then put in the comments.